Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Quote of the day. Indeed, Allah forgives all sin. Indeed, it is He who is the forgiving and the merciful. Today, the topic of presentation is water purification. I am Dr. Rabbia Iqbal, PGR Community Medicine, and I am presenting under the supervision of Professor Dr. Saira Afzal, who is the Dean of Institute of Public Health, Lahore. Learning objectives of today's presentation is water purification, purification on large scale, purification on small scale, method of purification in developing countries, recent advances, and MCQs at the end. Learning outcomes. By the end of this presentation, participants will be able to understand about water purification, um, about large scale and a small scale. So, introduction. Water purification process by which undesired chemical compound, organic and inorganic material, biological contaminants are removed from water. Most communities rely on natural bodies of water as it can take the source of resources from water purification and for day-to-day use. In modern times, the quality of water to which must be purified is typically set by the government agencies. Government standard typically set maximum concentration of harmful contaminant that can be allowed in the safe water. Water that is discharged in the environment must also meet standards set by the EPA. However, many countries do not have these regulations in place to ensure clean water to the entire population. Contaminants unable to see by the human eye can cause disease and sickness among population. Drinking contaminated water causes about 4 lakh 85,000 deaths per year, according to WHO. Not all people have access to the safe drinking water. According to 2017 report by the United Nations World Health Organization, 2.1 million people lack access to a safe and reliable drinking water supply at home. 89% of the 4 billion annual cases of diarrhea reported worldwide have been attributed to a lack of sanitary drinking water. Each year, approximately 5,25,000 children under age of 5 died from diarrhea, the second leading cause of the death, and 1.7 million are sickened by the diarrheal diseases caused by unsafe water, coupled with inadequate sanitation and hygiene. So, we discussed water purification on large scale. So, the traditional methods access to the clean drinking water is crucial for your health. That's why municipality takes steps to purify water and weed out any contaminants that can lead to diarrhea. Pathogens like Cryptosporidium, E. coli, hepatitis A, and Giardia intestinalis can get into the water, and if you drink that water, it can cause illness, according to the Center of Disease and Prevention (CDC). So these are the steps which is used for the water purification process. Number one is screening to remove the large debris from the water source. Coagulation and flocculation aggregate small particle into a large floccule. Sedimentation allow floccule to settle at the bottom. Filtration remove remaining suspended solid from the water. Disinfection kill harmful or microorganism in water. Corrosion and scale control prevent pipe damage and mineral buildup. Taste and color control improve water aesthetics qualities. Pre-treatment screening is generally used to purify surface water, such as that from the lakes and rivers. Pre-treatment may include addition of the chemical to the control of the disease bacteria in pipes and tanks. Pre-chlorination and a state that incorporates sand filtration, which helps suspend solid settle to the bottom of the storage tank. Preconditioning is in which water with the high mineral content, hard water, is treated with the sodium carbonate, soda ash. So this is the step for the water purification plant. We will discuss the steps one by one. Number one is screening. The first step, water treatment, is screening, which is when water from the lake, river, or the ground process passes through the screen to filter. Initially, wood chips, leaves, aquatic plants, and floating impurities are removed by the screening process. Water often passes through the multiple screen system before proceeding to the rest of the filtration system at the water treatment plant. So these steps include drum screen, rotating cylinder in the flow channel. Second is step screen, which is fixed and movable plates across the width of the channel, and static wedge wire screen. The second step is coagulation and flocculation. Coagulation is a process used to neutralize charges and form a gelatinous mass to trap or bridge particles, thus forming a mass large enough to settle or be trapped in the filter. Flocculation is a gentle stirring and agitation to encourage these particles, thus forming to agglomerate into a mass large enough to settle or filter from the solution. So the coagulants which are commonly used are iron and aluminium salts such as aluminium sulfate, ferric chloride or polymers to water. Applicability. Flocculation is a conventional pre-treatment method used to separate the suspended and dissolved compound from the water in a semi-centralized drinking water treatment plant. Many charged species such as suspended mineral, organics, pathogens, dissolved species such as metal, phosphate, fluoride, and radionuclide can be separated by this process. Third step is sedimentation. During the third step of water treatment, floccules get big and heavy enough to that is sink in the water of the bottom of the water tank. According to CDC, a sedimentation tank allows suspended particle to settle out of the water or wastewater as it flows slowly through the tank, therefore providing some degree of purification. Sedimentation rate is increased by increasing the surface area of the tank. A layer of accumulated solid called sludge form at the bottom of the tank and is periodically removed. So the fourth step is filtration. Once the flock set to the bottom of the tank, the water above it passes through the additional filters made of the various material like sand, gravel, and charcoal to remove the smaller particle like dust and chemicals. According to CDC, so the filters that are used are rapid sand filter, slow sand filter, membrane filter. Rapid sand filter filters up to 30% more rapidly than the slow sand filters. So next step is disinfection. After the filtration is complete, disinfectant like chlorine are added to the water supply to kill any remaining microorganism or bacteria that help to keep the water clean until distribution. After water disinfectant, the purified water sit in the tank or reservoir until it flow through the pipes to the home and business. So then disinfection can be done by chlorine disinfection, chlorine dioxide disinfection, chloramination, ozone disinfection, ultraviolet disinfection, bromination, and iodinization. Next step is corrosion and scale control. Pipes may contain lead and copper, and if they deteriorate, it can lead to potentially dangerous metal exposure per the American Water Work Association. Corrosion and scale control is an important step in water treatment process that help to avoid its deterioration. During this phase, treatment plant adjusts the pH of the water so that it neither corrode or deposit too much scale in the pipe, which help plumbing work its best and prevent damage and lead and copper poisoning. So the symptoms which are of the metal poisoning. Proper water treatment help prevent lead and copper poisoning, but per the Mayo Clinic and U.S. National Library of the Medicine, drinking contamination water can cause symptoms like high blood pressure, joint pain, muscle pain, headache, abdominal pain, vomiting, and diarrhea. So the next step is taste and odor. One of the problem involved in water purification is that unpleasant taste and odor may remain in the water like those from the algae. These typically do not pose any health hazard, but most of the people prefer to do without them. That's why water purification plants move odor and taste through the additional chemical treatment, distillation or filtration method according to Water Quality Association. This process is called stripping. At this stage, water facilities add fluoride to the water, which helps safely and effectively prevent tooth decay throughout the community. So next is the industrial water purification. Industrial water purification, petroleum and food processing and textile industries require treated water, and lack of appropriate purification can lead to issues such as scaling, corrosion, deposition, bacterial growth within the pipes or processing equipment, and poor product quality. In addition to conventional water treatment process, industrial purification may also involve specialized techniques such as electro-deionization, ion exchange, membrane system, ozone treatment, evaporation, ultraviolet radiation. Saline water purification. Most communities rely on fresh water resources from drinking and domestic water supply. Desalination technology that removes salt and mineral from sea water are emerging to produce portable water suitable for drinking and domestic purpose. Include reverse osmosis, vacuum distillation, multi-stage flash distillation, freeze, electrodialysis are gaining the importance for salt water purification. So next we will discuss the purification of water on small scale. Uh, uh, Household purification of water include boiling, chemical disinfection, filtration, ultraviolet radiation, multi-stage reverse osmosis purification. When reverse osmosis is not available, there are four water purification methods that can be used to make water safe for drinking, which include boiling, filtration, distillation, and chlorination. So now we will discuss this one by one. Boiling. Boiling water is the cheapest and safest method of purification. In this method, clean water should be brought to boil and left at rolling boil for 1 to 3 minutes. Next is filtration. Filtration is one of the economic and effective way for purifying water. This method uses chemical and physical processes, elimination both compound and small dangerous contaminants that can cause disease with simple and quick filtration process. So the third one is distillation. This method is effective in removing bacteria, germs, salt, and other heavy metals such as lead and mercury and arsenic. Distillation is ideal for people who have access to raw and treated water. A notable disadvantage is that it is very slow process of water purification and it is very costly process of purifying water. Next is chlorination. Chlorine is powerful chemical that has been used for many years to treat water for home consumption. It kills germs, parasites, and other diseases causing organisms found in ground and tap water. Next is water treatment in developing countries. Many countries are not able to afford the cost of constructing and maintaining water treatment facilities. Without facilities to treat water, some countries turn to alternative solutions. Some of the most common treatment options are solar water disinfection, chlorination, ceramic and biosand, water filter, and membrane filters. Next is Pakistan's main water resources. Pakistan's main water sources are surface water is the water from the river, lake, or freshwater wetland, which can be treated using different methods such as ultrafiltration system, brackish water raw. Desalination can be used for the water from the ocean or sea source, which can be treated using seawater reverse osmosis system and desalination system. Groundwater or blackish water is the water located in the pore space of the soil and rock, which is borehole well, which can be treated using reverse osmosis system, chemical dosing, ultraviolet water sterilizer. Government water supply, which could high level of hardness or high chlorine level, can be treated with water softener system and media water filters. According to the source from within the Pakistan, there are three wastewater treatment plants in the country, with just one of which is functional. The lack of clean water sources or facilities have led to much of the country's trap and brackish water to the highly suitable for human consumption. Pure Aqua design and manufactures quality water treatment system that provide the necessary solution of Pakistan need to produce sufficient drinking water to its people. Entire communities in Pakistan have little choice but to suffer the effect of the waterborne diseases. Sadly, around 40% of all deaths in Pakistan are due to drinking contaminated water. So the strategies that should be applied include filtration plants, solar powered water filtration plant, water hand pumps. Wash strategy. Wash, which is water, sanitation, and hygiene, ensuring a safe and clean community with the adequate water sanitation for every child. So the solution of this is ending open defecation. To eliminate open defecation by 2025, UNICEF and partners support the government to implement Pakistan's approach to total sanitation in the country. Improving quality of water, UNICEF support the government with the framework to plan, prioritize, and budget for safe water services. The aim is to improve quality of water supply and ensure success to the safe drinking water to the 9% of the population deprived of it. Next is WASH in the school and health facilities. UNICEF believes in providing students with the health learning environment. It employs the globally successful three-star approach in the school to ensure healthy habits such as among hand washing among students. Wash in emergencies. UNICEF work alongside the government disaster management authorities to assist communities in the preparing and coping with the effect of disaster on wash facilities. In event of the natural disaster, disease such as diarrhea and typhoid spread rapidly, and access to the wash surface become a life-saving humanitarian intervention. Next is the Pakistan Council of Research in Water Resources. Drinking water quality in Pakistan current status and challenges. Launch of National Water Quality Monitoring Program Report 2020-21. The findings show that 39% of the monitoring water sources were safe. 61 sources were unsafe for drinking. The microbiological contamination is 41% is primary challenge for water supply agencies. So next is the recent advances. Water wastewater treatment in Pakistan issue challenges and solution. Currently able to treat only 1% of the wastewater. Pakistan is far from its contaminant under the Sustainable Development Goal to treat up to 50% of the wastewater. The rapid urbanization of the city without responding improvement in infrastructure to collect and treat wastewater lead to poor quality water and sanitation. The organization responsible for wastewater treatment are also responsible for providing quality of drinking water, that is WASA, Water and Sanitation Authority. This is the result that in untreated wastewater being used for irrigation and heavy contamination of the ground and surface drinking water, thus leading to disease. Decentralizing wastewater treatment plant and nature-based system need to introduce to the both cities and villages so that the water can be rescued in the healthy and sustainable way. Industries are now beginning to adhere to the compliance standard, while cities are becoming aware that open drains are not a long-term solution to this problem. In short, Pakistan need to consider the long-term benefit of the wastewater treatment instead of short-term cost and make it priority. Now it comes to the MCQs. MCQs number one, a water system show high turbidity due to fine suspended particles. Which combination of process is the most effective before filtration? A. Screening followed by the chlorination of water. B. Coagulation followed by the flocculation process. C. Filtration followed by the ultraviolet disinfection. D. Sedimentation followed by the boiling process. E. Chlorination followed by the taste control step.
B.
Yes, B is the right option. MCQs number second, according to the inspection, sludge accumulation is observed at the bottom of the tank. Which process is primarily responsible for this? A. Filtration, removing dissolved chemical contaminants. B. Sedimentation, allowing heavy particles to settle. C. Screening, removing floating organic metals. D. In disinfection, killing microorganisms in the water. E. Corrosion control, preventing pipes.
B.
Yes, B is the right option. MCQ number three, an industry reports scaling and corrosion in the pipes due to untreated water. Which specialized process is most appropriate? A. Electrodeionization to remove ionic impurities. B. Screening to remove large floating particles. C. Sedimentation to settle suspended solid. D. Boiling to eliminate microbial organism. E. Filtration to remove visible turbidity. A is the right option. MCQ number four, a household without access to advanced purification system want to ensure safe drinking water. Which method is most reliable? A. Boiling water to destroy pathogen effectively. B. Screening water through the cloth material. C. Setting water for long duration only. D. Storing water in a covered container. E. Adding flavoring agent to the improved taste.
A.
A. Yes, A is the right option. MCQ number five, a groundwater source show high hardness and chemical contamination. Which treatment is more suitable? A. Reverse osmosis with chemical dosing system. B. Screening followed by sedimentation process. C. Chlorination followed by boiling method. D. Filtration using only sand media. E. Storage in reservoir for natural settling.
C.
A is the right option. MCQ number 6. A community report diarrhea outbreak deposit having a filtration system installed. Investigation show presence of bacteria in water. What step is missing? A. Screening of raw water at intake point. B. Sedimentation of suspended particle in tank. C. Proper disinfection using chlorination method. D. Coagulation to remove turbidity particle. E. Filtration through the rapid sand filters.
E.
C is the right option. MCQ number 7. A coastal area drinking water scarcity force authority to use seawater. Which method should be selected for making water potable? A. Screening to remove floating impurities. B. Sedimentation to settle heavy metal. C. Reverse osmosis to remove dissolved salt. D. Chlorination to eliminate microorganism. E. Filtration using sand and gravel media.
C.
Yes, is the right option. MCQ number 8. An industrial plant report to corrosion and scaling in the pipeline due to poor water quality. Which advanced method should be used? A. Screening to remove floating particle. B. Sedimentation to remove heavy solid. C. Electro deionization to remove ions. D. Filtration to remove suspended matter. E. Chlorination to kill microorganisms.
C.
Yes, C
B.
is the right option. MCQ number 9. A patient complain about bad taste and smell drinking water after treatment. Which step should be improved? A. Coagulation to remove suspended impurities. B. Activated carbon filtration for odor removal. C. Sedimentation to remove heavy particle. D. Screening to remove floating debris. E. Chlorination to kill microorganisms.
B.
Yes, B is the right option. MCQ number 10. During the flood emergencies, rapid spread of diarrhea and typhoid is observed due to unsafe water. Which intervention is most critical? A. Immediate provision of wash services. B. Construction of large treatment plants. C. Installation of desalination system. D. Development of industrial purification. E. Expansion of underground pipeline.
A.
Yes, A is the right option. This is the MCQs key. This is the YouTube channel where the recording of this presentation will be uploaded. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rabbia.
Thank you.